Hello, welcome back to Full Salvage Rebuilds and the final video on the Skoda Monte Carlo. So we did have a few little jobs to do on this. We had the wheels to get refurbed and the slight bit of damage to the bumper being painted, but one of my subscribers, Nick, and his partner have decided they want the car as it is because they're going to get them bits done themselves. So the car is going as it finished off in the last video, all back together. Literally just needs the alloys refurbing and the bumper, a little bit of a bumper repair. And to be fair, this car will be a really nice car. You know, out of all the cars that I've fixed so far, this would be the one that I would keep. And because it would be perfect for my wife and the kid. You know, they look really nice, being the Monte Carlo. 31,000 miles, nothing. You know, and it drives like it's new, honestly. Great size all round. It's actually a really nice car, but unfortunately we just don't need it. You know, we've got the Audi S4. The wife uses that. You know, I use the vans, so there'd be no point to it. We don't need the car, so they're getting themselves, I think, a great car, a great price. They're happy with it, and it's actually going. So I'm going to do this price breakdown in this video now. We'll have another quick just spin round it. It's on my drive at home, so just remind you all exactly what we've done to it. And then we'll, like I said, we'll do the price breakdowns. I've got some still images I'll put up. Do the price breakdown, and that will be it for this car. So I'll show you. Sorry, I'm sure you all saw the channel update video, and the fact we're going to give a car away at 10,000 subscribers. So don't forget, subscribe, because if you do, you'll be in with a chance of getting that free car. So as soon as we hit 10,000 subscribers, we're going to give a car away. Right, so yeah, we might as well have a quick look inside here whilst we're here. I've given it a little bit of a wipe down. It's not immaculate. I'm not one of them crazy car detailers who loves a spotless car. You want to see this inside of mine, especially with having a little kid. So I'll show you the inside, and then we'll have a look at the outside. So yeah, this is the inside of it. Like I said, 31,327. Better turn that radio off. Runs great, you know, perfect, sounds great. I like the inside of these, I really do. They're a nice looking car. The seats are very supportive, nice bolsters on them, nice and comfy. You know, it's good. Like I said, just needs a clean, really. So I think I mentioned in the channel update video that we had no radio signal on this car, and the Fabias have a common issue with the amplifiers in the base of the aerial getting water in and breaking. So I just presumed it was that. I didn't really think about anything else. So I took the aerial off the Corsa and tried that on it, and it made no difference. So I thought I'll have a quick look behind the stereo, and lo and behold, someone had unplugged the aerial off it. The aerial just wasn't plugged in completely. Now I'm presuming it's because it must have had an aftermarket, you know, head unit in it with a screen, and obviously when it went off to auction they wanted to put the original one back in and just plugged in the main plug so that, you know, it all lights up and stuff, but didn't connect the aerial. So at least it was a nice easy fix, and it sorted the problem, and didn't have to spend any more money, so that's all good. So we'll have a quick whiz round it, and then we are going to be done with this one. So like I said, sorry I'm on the drive, so there's not a lot of room, but we'll have a spin round it. So on the grand scheme of things, it doesn't look that much different to when we actually got it, and that's because, you know, we know now the damage was hidden and it wasn't that bad anyway. So we had all the front slam panel that was completely moved over and had to be replaced. This is, you know, the remainder of the little bit of damage on the front, and it's, you know, it's nothing, is it really? For someone that, you know, you could quite easily just continue to drive it like this, and not many people would notice much. But they've got their price, and they're happy to get their guy to do it. So that's their choice, isn't it? So they've had, you know, obviously the money knocked off it. It would have cost me to get the last few bits done, like, you know, the wheels. Obviously the wheels needed refurbing, but they're going to deal with that. So yeah, the rest of the car was pretty clean. You know, it's got, oh, I can't get in it, but it's got all the the jack, locking wheel nut key, all them bits and pieces, brand new spare wheel in it. So yeah, it's like I said, it's one of them that you like to find at auction, because it has all them little bits and pieces. It's got all the handbooks. There's very little history with it because it's only had a few services anyway, so there's very little history with it. I'll just put you back down. But yeah, like I said, it's got all the spare wheel, all the jack, all the bits in the back, all the handbooks, and you don't get that stuff quite often. Well, not often at all, really. Especially a salvage car. Only the one key, unfortunately, but that's the way it is, isn't it? So yeah. On the inside, we had the steering wheel airbag, we had the dashboard airbag, both seat belts. I can't even remember everything now, to be honest. There wasn't that much though, but you'll see it all in the list, in the breakdown, and we'll go through it now. So I'll throw a picture up, sorry. We'll list the parts, list the amounts, and we'll figure out exactly how much we've got in this car. Right, so there we go. We have, in the top left corner, we have the car price. That is from Cinetech in Winsford. So the hammer price was $18.70. So then you've got the fees, a couple of other bits and pieces, and then obviously the loading fee, whatnot. And basically it comes out to $2152. So that's what I paid for the car out of the auction. And then obviously we've got the parts that we paid for. So including that price, obviously I've got some fuel, £50 worth of diesel to go and get the car. We've got the windscreen, which was £155 fitted. We have the airbag kit, which consisted of the passenger airbag with the passenger airbag cover, the driver's steering wheel airbag, and both of the seat belts. Was there anything else? There was a module as well, but we didn't need to use the module. I think that was it. No knee airbag. Yeah, that must have been it. And them bits were £400 for them bits. We had the parcel shelf, which was another £30, and then we had the brand new front panel, which was another £50. And I think if you add all that up, it equals 710, as long as I haven't forgotten something. Which basically brings us out to a total of £2,862, which I think is good price, really. Do you know, for that car, that mileage, with it being one of the very last ones on a 14, they did do a few 64s. So, and 31, like I said, 31,000 miles in the white and black, which is one of the sought after colours. I think, yeah, anyone who had bought that themselves and put it together, they'd have a very cheap car. So I think I checked, just as like a comparison, there is cheap Monte Carlos on eBay and Auto Trader, but they're the early, 11 plates, 12 plates with, 100,000 miles on and categorised. And obviously, like I said, this is a late one with low mileage, and the closest equivalent is an estate on there, 64 plate estate with 28,000, which is about 3,000 less miles. It's a category N again, and that's up for £4,495. Now, obviously, this car is sold, and I didn't sell it for anywhere near that, but I'm not disclosing sale fees anymore because some people take it badly. So yeah, I'm not doing that. But you all get to see, what I have in these cars, so you can judge for yourself if you fancy having a go. And I'm going to go repairing something like this. So that's it, yeah, total 2862. Right then, so there we are, seeing all the prices. So I think it's turned out to be a cracking car for a very good price. And like I said, I think the new couple that have got it, I've got a car that's got a hell of a lot of life in it for a very good price. 31,000 miles, the 1.6 diesel turbo. There's no reason why this will do well over 100,000 miles. No problem at all. So it's got a hell of a lot of life in it. And yeah, it's all good. Like I said, I've enjoyed doing this one. I like the look of this car, and I've looked out for one of these Monte Carlos for quite a while. And to be honest, I don't think, you know, from a salvage point of view, you wouldn't find a better one than this from auction for the money that it cost. I think it was a good buy. Not a lot of money in it, you know, because they're not a very valuable car. You know, they're not worth a lot. You know, a clean one of these this year, this mileage, they're worth 6. You know, they're up for about 6. So that they're not a high value item. You know, it's not like the Audi A1s or, you know, the 1 Series BMs. They don't go for a lot, but they're great value, honestly. And if you're contemplating getting this type of size car, definitely check these out. Have a drive of one, because at the end of the day, it's a Volkswagen. Do you know what I mean? They're a good car. So yeah, you've seen all the prices. So that's going to be it now for this car. We won't see it again. It's all gone. And so yeah. So don't forget, 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Make sure you subscribe so that'll give you a chance of winning that car when we get to that subscriber count. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.